Well, good morning, everyone. Here we go. It's been a long couple weeks, but we're back. We're going to do it again. I'll explain everything later on. Say good morning, Tank Tank. Say morning, Tank Tank. Tell everyone good morning. Yep. Tell everyone good morning. Good doggy. Quit it. Good dog. You ready to go? Ready to start the day? All right, here we go. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Here we are in our wonderful, amazing Kansas City yard in good old Kansas City, Missouri. We'll be running our way up to Cedar Rapids, Iowa today. So, gonna go get all that done, get that moving. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today, at least for this segment of the video, was the simple fact of what it really means to lease a truck and be held liable for those payments, and what happens when bad things come your way, and how you deal with them, and how to make sure you are prepared for them. Because quite honestly, it's been a really, really bad couple weeks. Or, well, more like a series of 3 to 4 weeks. So, we'll start things off with my last video I put out. We got snowed in Texas. And there was no relief in sight. We caught a break of weather, me and my cousin did. And we were able to at least get north a ways. Not very far. We ended up making it between Waco and San Antonio, I believe it was. And if you follow me watch the TikTok stuff, you'll see all of our little adventures we had being out there and playing in the snow in Texas while we were stuck there. But anyway, so yeah, we lost an entire week of revenue. We sat in Texas for a whole week and got nothing delivered due to that snowstorm. So, that whole week, we got a big fat zero for that paycheck. Which means I had to pay them money directly out of my pocket for my truck payment, insurance, and everything. Or go with a negative and have them take it next week. Those were pretty much my two options. So, that being the case on all parties involved, so that went by, that happened, so here I am trying to run and gun, trying to get caught up and make sure everything stays good. And, you know, for anybody who actually knows me, I've got a wife and kids that I support and feed and take care of, and man, them growing little crotch goblins, they can put some food away, man. So, anyway, so that happened. And then we got one okay-ish week of running. And like I said, it wasn't great. I mean, we got the bills paid. We, made even on our expenses and everything. It wasn't great, but it was okay. So then the following week, we ended up we ran something over while we were parking in the middle of the night that I didn't see. And that cost me my right rear 2 drive tires, because it punched through the sidewall of one and then tore a giant chunk out of the other one, which makes that tire non-DOT compliant, because you have to have a minimum of 230 seconds on your drive tires. Well, I didn't have that, so I had to go get them swapped, which that cost me half a day waiting for that to get done. And so we finally finagle and struggle and get through that week. And like I said, again, it was a okay, not so great week. Bills were paid, made good on my expenses, and that's fine. So then we're rolling along, and we're in the week after that. So now we're going, and we're going, and we're going, and we're in Mississippi at this time, just outside of Jackson. Well, we get stopped in Jackson. Stopped on the interstate, semi-truck ahead of us rolled over, had a big crash. Well, we could have delivered the load that night. Well, that didn't happen. We sat there for 6.5, 7-ish hours waiting for them to clean the wreck up, and ended up parking at the Flying J there in Pearl. So that's 2 days on a 1-day load. So then the next day we finally get back up and wake up and get moving when our hours come back. And I'll be a son of a gun if we don't get down there and we start driving. We get right to the edge of Mississippi and Alabama and have another tire blowout on the rear left side, which when I went through and I checked everything on my pre-trip, everything had good air and everything was kosher. It just had enough, I guess. I mean, we did have a really heavy load, but I guess that tire had just had enough for the day. So it blew, and it took the mud flap bracket, and everything that was associated with that, and that entire flow below system on that part, and then the tire. So we get to the shop. I get it limped up to a TA after I get everything cleared out the best I could to be able to safely maneuver the vehicle. And I get up to the TA, I check in with the shop with our guys, and I start ripping all that stuff off. Alright, anyway, sorry about that. Life called. I had to go over a couple things with the wife, because we all know if you're married, you don't get to just make decisions by yourself anymore, because they want to be a part of it. So that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, we ended up the cumulative total. Let's see, 5 tires, a mud flat bracket, and mud flap in literally 2 weeks. So we had the week in Texas where we got nothing. We had to get that fixed, and then there was the downtime for all the tires and everything. So that was 3 straight weeks in a row where I did not make hardly anything. 1 week with no revenue, and then 2 consecutive weeks where I maybe made what a company driver made that just started in the industry. Not great, but it's not all rainbows and blowjobs out here. So, that being the case, you gotta try to put yourself in a position to be able to take some of these hits when they come at you. Don't come into this broke. I mean, quite frankly, if you can buy your own truck and, get it through a bank and take it wherever, I highly recommend doing that. But it is what it is. There's all kinds of different walks of life for different types of people. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down the road, get some coffee in us while we're rolling, get up here, get this dropped off to General Mills in Cedar Rapids, and I'll get y'all some bridge footage on the way. And outside of that, I will see y'all on my...
1, 2, 3, come on!
Everybody, here we are. We made it to Cedar Rapids to General Mills. We done dropped it off, and we're gonna wait for them to unload us now. And as you can see, we're parked over here. There's our trailer right there, and now we're just waiting on them to come get us and tell us they're done with us. So until then, that's that. But people got a sense of humor. But anyway, until then, we're going to sit here and wait, and make sure you put the trailer in the right door, because if not, you'll have to shimmy it over to the other one. So until then, we'll see y'all later.